Hey, so last Sunday, we were talking on the podcast about how Creed 3's fighting parts were going to have like influence from anime. And that got me thinking, like, I hadn't looked into the whole Sylvester Stallone situation with Creed 3. And so I started asking questions. I'm way late to this story, but I found an article that's actually more of a kind of response to him not being in it by Stallone. It's an interview with him. And so we're going to go over that article and see what he has to say. I think he's a little... I don't think he's happy with how Creed 3's script turned out. But before we get into the article, please leave a like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and do this. So, Sylvester Stallone clarifies Creed 3's absence doesn't mean he's turning his back on franchise. So they go on here and they talk about, Rocky Balboa is not going to be in Creed 3. He's 76. And he says it's a regretful situation. Then Michael B. Jordan, this is going to be his directorial debut. Interesting. And then so blah, blah, blah. We get Stallone finally talking here. So he goes to say, what it was is Michael telling a story, highly personal, but there's no room for me. In other words, it's about his family, about his dilemma, and about his journey that has nothing to do with boxing, he said. A Rocky movie. Okay, it's not a Rocky movie. This is a Creed movie, but it's based off of like the Rocky franchise, and it's not about boxing. Okay. So he is he overcoming a challenge to get better at boxing? I mean, that's pretty much what all these movies are. But anyways, he goes on, I don't want to give anything away, but it's a whole different point of view than Rocky's point of view. Well, that makes sense. The movie's called Creed. The last two of them have been Creed. And they were definitely very much from Creed's point of view, even though Rocky had a fairly big part in his life. Which I guess now he's gone. That's going to be really weird. So Stallone continued, I kept looking for where do I insert myself here? I'd basically be walking around with a bucket, ready to spit, and just said there was nothing really there for me. Now, if there's a 4 that comes out and there's a camaraderie, say the father and sonness, which I thought that's what it should have been throughout, he added. Like I become Mickey from the original Rocky movies. Like I become Mickey's character, which I had become, then yeah. So that's kind of what I think I was expecting was like, Rocky was kind of becoming the father figure because, Creed's dad hasn't been around. And we all know why. But so yeah, I don't know why that would have changed. Like originally when I read this, I wasn't too concerned about Creed 3. Like I kind of just didn't care, but I was still going to watch it. Now I'm probably going to watch it and be like apprehensive to it because, well, a lot of the stuff Stallone's saying. So when asked once again to confirm that his absence didn't mean he had opted out of future appearances, Stallone reassured, oh, no. I swear. He wrote a very airtight script. It would almost be, it would have been almost perfunctory. It would have been like an appendix that was unnecessary. It was just there to say Rocky's in the movie, but he's not really. And then they go on to talk about what he's doing and fights he had been in real life. So this, he wrote a very airtight script. Although that may be true, I bet that's what kind of, I bet that ticked Rocky off. Like he was essentially written out of it. And that's what that sounds like to me. I think Stallone was pissed, and that's why he used that word airtight. And yeah, he feels like he was written out of his franchise, which he used to own Rocky, and then he sold it when he went broke. I don't remember why he went broke, but there was some point in time where he had to sell the rights to Rocky so he could have some money. And now he has I believe he has a very small stake in it still, but not enough, obviously, to have any sort of actual control of it. So, are you interested in seeing Creed 3? I'm kind of whatever about it. I'll probably watch it when it comes out on streaming, just because I like boxing movies in general. If you haven't seen Southpaw, go check it out. And until next time, have a good one.